Auto Sales, we won't leave you stranded at the crossroad.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, and Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. I chuckled because I don't really have a topic for you today, so I'm leaning on you. We got a big baseball story in the news. We got a big basketball story in the news. So she kind of leaning on you for this one.
Okay.
Where are you right now?
I'm just heading to Gainesville today.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm not driving in that storm that was going on yesterday. That was brutal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Did you see the pictures from CJB showed watermelons that got pummeled? Right?
I thought it was funny. Yeah, I mean, we had a blood drive in Trenton, and we had to delay it because of all the hail. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Do you know, I worked at a radio station in Trenton for... It's like an old girlfriend that you didn't go out with for very long. So I worked there maybe a month. Oh my gosh, it was the smallest but the sweetest people. So let me tell you something. The people were so nice. I don't even remember the call letters. Do you remember, Robin?
No, I don't even remember that.
Oh my gosh, they were the sweetest people. But it was in a mobile home in the middle of nowhere. And the air conditioner didn't work, and everybody was sweaty in there. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. So, yeah, and their listening audience was Gainesville. So in my mind, I didn't feel like I was near Gainesville when I was out there. I felt like I was closer to Cedar Key. I'm trying to picture where Trenton even is. Where is Trenton?
It's what is it from Ocala? Northwest.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it showed the holes in the watermelon from the hail, just like little BBs. It must have been fun to watch. Huh? Don't they say that hail is a sign that there might be a tornado? Isn't that one of the telltale signs of a possible tornado?
Hail is associated with tornadoes. It does, just because you have hail doesn't mean you have tornadoes. But sometimes when you have tornadoes, you have hail because of the different pressures.
Apparently, they had a lot. So did it interfere with the blood drive?
Yeah, it delayed it. We had to delay it.
Did it hurt the bus?
It was crazy.
Did it hurt?
No, we didn't drive in it. The tech just stopped on the side of the road. So yeah, our staff just stopped and said, "Okay, we're not driving in this." Which was probably a good idea.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Where do you stop when you have a bus, though? That's a huge vehicle.
It just pulled over into I think they pulled over into a Dollar General or something like that, they said.
There you go. Yeah, so they're not on the side of the road. They're in a parking lot.
By the way, did you see they started work on the gas station on the corner of Silver Springs Boulevard and Pine?
Yeah.
They started digging it up, Robin. Did you see that?
I did. I saw the equipment there.
I saw the equipment, but I didn't see the digging start. But the paper showed the...
Oh, that I did not see. I saw the racetrack, right?
I think it's
gas
a racetrack.
station.
Yeah.
Yep, right on the corner. Good. We need one.
Robin likes it there.
Well, we do, because the other ones are so, it's just so awkward to get to. You need one centrally located.
We got a lot of stuff going up in Ocala. Which are you most excited about, Galen? The hotel?
I guess, yeah. I mean, that hotel's taken a long, long time. I mean, I feel like they've been working on it for like 5 years. No, I mean, it's a hotel. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever stay in it.
I do.
I really?
Yeah.
Why would you stay in it?
I just want to do it one time, just so I could say I did. My goal would be to stay in it during Light Up Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, okay.
Yeah, so you're done with Light Up Ocala?
I stay in so many hotels. I hate them.
That's it. Well, that is it for you. Yeah, I was where you are now years ago, but now I hardly stay in them. So, yeah, I'd like to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
Have you seen the construction of it, though? It looks kind of odd. It's got 2 floors of concreted steel, and then it's got, like, wood beams, like you would build a house.
Yeah, on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to keep the weight down. Yeah.
Since when?
Weight issue.
I've never seen that on high-rise constructions before.
Well, it's not a high-rise. It's a hotel.
So
it's only going to have, 4 floors, I think?
Okay, but the way you answered, that's the way it's normally done?
Yeah, the only reason I say that is because there was a Holiday Inn being built in Atlanta, and I used to stay right next to it in the in the La Quinta, and I could see them building it over the course of the 24 months, 36 months, or whatever it took to build it. So that's what they did. So I guess
all the buildings I've ever seen go up in New York are complete steel.
Steel. That's because they're high rise
and or concrete.
Yeah, this is only 3.
Or brick. I mean,
if style.
The buildings in like Chelsea, for example. I don't think there's any wood in them. I think it's all brick.
Yeah. And Ronnie worked on building Court of Flags in Orlando, all those hotels down there, and they were all steel.
Really?
And concrete. There wasn't any wood in them.
Well, they got
of course, that was years ago. So.
The Dolphin is called the Dolphin, but it's got a fish on top of it. They put the wrong animal on top of it. What do you think, Galen?
Yeah, I don't have. I guess so. Depends on what kind of dolphin you're looking at.
I know. Teasing. All right, let's see. We have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Galen and us. We're here too.
Everybody. See, I just wanted to say I'm glad he didn't close the American Theater, because I think that hotel is going to bring life back to that theater.
To the theater?
Yeah. To the movie theater.
Oh, the Marion Theater. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Galen, what do you think?
Oh my gosh.
How?
Why?
You're going to probably go over to Harry's and have something to eat or whatever, and then go take in a movie.
Galen's laughing. Why are you laughing, Galen?
Well, it's not a tourism place. It's for businesses. You know, people who are doing business in Ocala. Tourism. There is not that much tourism in Ocala.
Well, I'm kind of like Larry. You know, what a great place to stay in a room in that hotel during light up Ocala, up above on the 5th or 6th floor, and looking down, and all of a sudden all those lights go on. That'd be really neat.
Unless you're trying to sleep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Galen is not.
Who will stay in no. Who will stay in that hotel are people who are here for business, or they're here for a wedding, something like that, and people who are here for a football game in Gainesville, and Gainesville's full.
Maybe
going to stay in that place.
Maybe the powers that be know something that we don't know. Maybe there is going to be a baseball thing or something that would attract.
It wouldn't be there then. They would build it out on 200, because that's where the.
I would think so too.
Yeah,
well, there's a lot of hotels going up on the interstate too.
Yeah. Yep.
Right
off of 200.
I think there might be something going on that we don't know about. There could be. I don't know.
Okay.
Hold on. I think you got a phone call. Do I have one? It ended. It ended. Never mind. I think I forgot to push the button.
Marriott Theater.
So you're not a fan of the hotel, huh? Do you? Where do you see?
No. I think it's great. Good. I mean, but I never said I wasn't a fan. I just don't think people who stay in a hotel are going to go to a Marion Theater. I don't think one equals the other. That's all.
Good morning. You're on the air with Galen.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, it's the traveling traffic man. How y'all doing this morning?
We're good, traffic man. How are you?
Well, you hear this? Every time you hear a beep on here, it's not Angel getting its wings, but it's another car that's passed.
Another car passing. Where are you today?
I'm at Marion Oaks Trail and Southwest 49th Avenue.
How many cars today?
Too many.
Too many, Galen. Just like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tie.
All right. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you for what you do and for calling in.
Thank you, and you have a great show. It's very entertaining, and for somebody that does this for a living, it's done for as long as I have. I really appreciate good radio, and y'all are good radio.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your service, both of you.
You are definitely welcome, and thank you for your service.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, that's a job, huh? I didn't even know there was a job like that.
Day drinking can be fun.
What's that?
Day drinking can be fun. Yeah.
All right, Galen, take me out to the ball game. What's happening today?
Yes. Well, it should be a national holiday. I can't believe I'm having to go to work. It should be a day where no one goes to work, and we all go to a game and watch the greatest game that's ever been played, and that's baseball. Opening day for Major League Baseball. Red Sox will be playing the Seattle Mariners tonight at 7:30 is first pitch. I'm excited.
What time is yours start?
7:30.
7:30.
Who was the guy we were talking to the other? Oh, in Boston. That's right. The guy, Power of Sport. He was talking about it, but he hardly mentioned baseball. I was surprised because he was from Boston.
Well, Boston's got the New England Patriots, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Tonight, what else do we have? What's the deal with the international games? Is that something new?
No, they've been doing it over the last few years. They've been starting the season over in Japan, just because Japan's one of the big markets for Major League Baseball. And the big deal was with Ichiro. I mean, that was Ichiro, who's a national treasure to the people in Japan, and you got to play there, and that was a pretty emotional event. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Well done.
I think I shared with you that I bought tickets for the Braves years ago for Alex and my two nephews, and they went on strike. The whole
Yeah,
it's like, oh my gosh! Of all the times we go on strike, I never buy baseball tickets, and this time I did. We planned this big old drive up to Atlanta, and then they went on strike. What year did they do?
Like
what year was that?
96, right?
Yeah, that sounds 96? Right. Yeah, because Alex was about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Boston Red Sox.
You need to go to a game. If you haven't been to a game in that long, that's a long time.
I haven't been in longer than that, I don't think.
We've been to Gator
I don't even think
games.
Which one?
Gator baseball games up in
Canada.
Yeah. We've been there.
Yeah.
It's 1994. 94. Yeah, 94.
Oh, wow. So then Alex was 8.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Yankees. Who are the Yankees playing today? Do you know?
I don't care.
You don't care? That's what I said.
The Yankees are going to struggle.
Are they?
This year. Yeah, because they've got to figure out pitching. I mean, they're putting a lot of hope into Happ, and I just don't think Happ.
So what? Okay,
I don't think he can do what he did last year, and then Severino's hurt. So we'll see. They're gonna have to score a lot of runs.
So tell me something.
They're gonna have to score a lot of runs.
Tell me some of the challenges that the Boston Red Sox will have to face this year specifically.
Yeah, I think the Yankees play the Orioles actually, which is maybe a Double-A team. So the big issue for the Red Sox this year is really twofold. One, bullpen. They let Craig Kimbrell walk. He's a free agent, still out there, still available. So they don't have a closer, and their bullpen, they lost a lot of guys. So the question is, can their bullpen do as well as they did last year? Number two, I'm just going to say the month of April. If you go back and you look at the season last year for the Red Sox, their month of April was so good. And that's what helped propel them for the entire season. So bullpen and getting off to a good start, guys like J.D. Martinez and Mookie Betts really starting off well. And then I think if they start off well, I think they'll win wire to wire again and win 100 games and go to the playoffs, and then we'll see.
Will all the teams in the baseball league play in Japan?
No, they already did that. That was just 2 teams.
Oh, okay. And so everything else is going to stay in the United States? Yes. Do any play up in Toronto because of the Blue Jays?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it's baseball though, so I don't count that as Canada when there's a baseball team there.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like earmarked and separated from Canada because it makes Canada great. But the Red Sox play there.
The world's largest Tyrannosaurus Rex was discovered in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, congratulations.
Hey, I have a question for you about the moon.
Sure.
Are you up on the moon? Are you up on the moon?
I'm not currently. You mean like Pence's speech?
Oh, yeah. Pence said we're going to land on the south pole of the moon. That's what he wants to do, right?
Sure.
He wants to see if there are any lunar penguins up there. But
no, I mean this is all part of the Space Force and strategically because they want to keep China off of it and keep it for for security purposes. This is more of a military mission than anything else.
Now that would be
wants that base there.
That would be some battle on the moon. Everybody just floating around. So let me and again, I'm not saying you would know this, but I don't know this. I could look it up, but I didn't. Does the moon have a magnetic pole like the Earth?
No.
I mean, if you had
gravity, because the gravity's different. Yeah.
So how do they know what's the South Pole?
I think they look at it and go, "That looks south."
Because the way we look at the Earth, right, where the top is the North Pole, and it could have easily been the other way around. There's no reason why, except it was just arbitrary that the first map makers made everything the way they are.
Okay.
They could have made the South Pole the top, then we'd be on the bottom.
That's not anything I think I've ever put any thought into. Well, we could have called the color blue green. I mean, there's some that we could have done that.
Well, there are countries that call blue azul. It does have a different name.
That's right. That's right.
All right. This is what happens when I don't prepare any subject at all.
Yeah, but
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
Nothing. I'm just having fun with you. We're just talking.
But
no, I do think I do think the only reason we're going to the moon is for strategic defense. That's it. I think they're really afraid that China's going to go there, and then they can shoot down any of our rockets. They can take out all of our satellites.
Wouldn't
really
it be,
cripple us with
wouldn't it be easier?
Our communication.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be easier to do it from here? We're a lot closer to close Earth orbit than we would be from 250,000 miles away.
But because you're 250,000 miles away, you could take out everything really, really quickly. Whereas if you're from land and you're shooting it up, you got to wait until they circle the. I watched some YouTube video on it, so. It's just this whole conspiracy theory, and I'm like, well, by golly, that makes a lot of sense. But that's, I really believe that's why we're doing it. I mean, this whole thing of going to Mars, we don't need a base in the moon, and it's going to cost, we could build like 150 border walls for what it's going to cost us to go to this moon. So.
Well, this is the 50th anniversary coming up in July, and I mean, doesn't NASA have the plans already for the rockets and everything that shot us to the moon before? How come it's going to take so long?
We can't use those.
Wait a minute.
We can't use those rockets. Those are environmentally unfriendly.
Oh, there you go.
But wait a minute.
We're going to use a lot of methane.
But no.
Get all that gas out.
According to NASA, they did have something in the works that we would be on the moon by the year 2028 or
24.
Yeah, but
that's when Pence wants to be there by 2024.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what it was.
But NASA said they had something in the works for 2028, and then when they heard him, they said, "Oh, okay, well, we'll figure something out."
Well,
I mean,
they said that the Challenger could go to the moon, or the space shuttle could go to the moon. All they'd have to do is make some small changes. So. Once you get out of the atmosphere, it's fairly simple from that point.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know anything about it. Watch the video.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, this is Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you was talking about baseball just a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Did you know that the Boston Red Sox had a AA team stationed in Ocala back in the 60s? And Joe Black, Reggie Jackson, and Earl Batty all used to come to Ocala every year and play baseball here. They were stationed there at Lou Gehrig Field before they tore that down. And Jerry Gant spent a lot of money refurbishing the dugout area, and that also doubled as a hurricane shelter in Ocala. Earl Batty retired here in Ocala. He was married to a girl here in Ocala. And I think Joe Black ended up with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Reggie Jackson, of course, went to the Yankees. And Earl Batty used to catch for the Boston Red Sox, I believe. Just a historical fact.
Galen?
Yeah, well, Earl Batty, I got to know him when he was a coach at Forest High School. So, yeah, he was a legend.
Right. He used to play for Boston, yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool stuff. Thank you, Mark.
I thought they had some of their spring training on Highway 27 going west.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Williams was there and everything.
That's pretty amazing.
Too bad we don't have that now. I don't know. It seems like we missed the boat on a couple of things. Don't you think?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, because when you're relying on tax dollars to pay for a private entity, I'm glad it went the way it did. Now they'll regroup and they'll get some private investors and it'll be built.
Well, what about E1? Did you believe that E1 should get public dollars to save E1?
No.
Or the hospital?
No, because there are other businesses in town that were floundering, and the city and the county didn't step up to the plate to help them. They picked and
Marion
choose.
Theater got bailed out.
A few times.
Right.
A few times Marion Theater has been bailed out by taxpayers and private entities, yeah.
I mean, if you want to build more hotels, and I'm by the way, I don't think it's a good. I don't like I don't like tax dollars to go to the baseball field, but I don't mind tax incentives for them to build one. So if you want to give them a piece of land and say, all right, we're not going to charge you any property taxes, I'm okay with that. I don't want our dollars to go in and build it, but giving them a tax incentive, I think is fine.
Tax incentives are good. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is fine. I have no problem with that.
Well, if it does good for the community, I think in the case of the hospitals, there's a good case to be made there.
Really?
Yeah, because hospitals are necessary, don't we? I mean, have you ever played?
They are, but that whole thing with saving Monroe was all about certain people keeping their jobs, and they weren't managing the hospital well.
Oh.
Now you watch how much Monroe, now Advent Health, improves. Now that we've got a management structure that is really, really solid.
I've already heard.
You'll see some, because it's a good organization.
I've already heard good things from.
Work with them well a lot.
At least one nurse I know that I'm related to. I said two one time before. I thought I knew two ladies there, but I guess I only know one. But anyway, yeah, I've already heard good things. Gosh, what was I going to say?
About tax incentives.
The hospital is. I don't know. Just lost my mind. Galen, where's the how's the blood supply? Where's the blood mobile today?
Hey, we're again still at a 5-day blood supply, so we're okay, but we need more. We need platelets right now. So please, if you've never donated platelets and you want to find out about it, call us at 622-3544. We'd love to talk to you about that. Our donor center is right there on East 1607 Silver Springs Boulevard. And Bloodmobile today is going to be at the Walmart in Dunellen.
Nice.
And let's thank Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring for sponsoring Galen's announcement every weekday to remind us that if we don't donate blood, then there is no blood, and then people will die. That's a pretty grim thing to think about. In other words, when you donate blood, you save lives. So look at the positive side. Palm Garden makes that announcement possible. They are a health and rehabilitation center, skilled nursing facility. Check them out. Take a tour at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. And Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. They can help you pick out and install the new flooring for your home or office. Make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. All right, from 1908, here's Take Me Out to the Ballgame. Let's see.
The fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown crew.
There we go.
Wow.
Who is that singing?
On a Saturday, her young folks called to see.
When did they get to the part we know?
Almost there.
No, I'll tell you what.
Can you imagine going to a 1908 baseball game?
Take me
Here we
out
go.
to the ball game.
Red Sox are going to win the pennant that year.
Is that right?
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Costs us about $1 for the entire day.
That just looks like a time. I know there were a lot of things that were not good about those years.
Well, the ones that's not good is wearing wool. We'd have to wear wool.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Really?
They were wool uniforms. Yeah.
All right. Hey, do you actually have a Red Sox uniform? Do you have one?
No, I'm 48.
Okay, I'm going to buy you one.
They're 40.
I'm going to buy him one, Rob. We should buy him one.
Hey, I'm a big believer that at some point in your life, when you get to a certain age, should no longer wear a jersey or something with somebody else's name on it. That was weird.
All right, fun conversation today. Unplanned. Everything was off the cuff.
Unless it's your son or something. That's
right.
That's right. Yeah.
Be careful out there. Thank you for what you do, Galen. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you guys for everything.
We'll be right back.
Bye, y'all.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Fox Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu.
You dirty cops.
Accusations from the president now that the Mueller probes found no evidence of Russia collusion. President Trump in an exclusive with Fox's Sean Hannity calling the investigation treasonous.
You had people that are bad, FBI folks. I know so many, they're incredible people, but at the top, they were not clean, to put it mildly. And what they did to our country was a terrible, terrible thing.
Former FBI Director James Comey also speaking out, saying President Trump may have obstructed justice in his decision to fire him. The president tweeting about the Jussie Smollett case, writing the FBI and DOJ to review it, calling it an embarrassment to our nation.
The Empire Actors case was dropped by the city's prosecutors Tuesday, even though prosecutors said he believes Smollett was behind the attack January 29th.
Fox's Michelle Polino. This is Fox News.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k, IRA, or investment account? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Experts warn of a stock market crash any day now, and you could lose 50% or more of your hard-earned savings again. But you don't have to lose a penny. There's a better, safer way to save for retirement, and you can learn about it in a free report. This method continues to grow your money even when the market tumbles. To get this free report, go to bankonyourself.com. That's bankonyourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. A series of hailstorms yesterday dinged car windshields, did extensive damage to watermelon crops, blew off pool screens, and covered the streets of Trenton with so much hail that it resembled snow. Florida House and Senate budget writers yesterday approved spending plans for next fiscal year that are about $400 million apart and both short of the $91.3 billion proposed by Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. A Florida man has been sentenced to a year and 9 months in federal prison for aiming a laser pointer at a police helicopter. A South Dakota man found sleeping in his truck in Florida has been convicted of possessing an unregistered short-barrel rifle. A job application that required a Florida man to undergo a background check and submit his fingerprints has led to a break in a 1998 murder case. A public defender was taken to the hospital after a defendant in court punched her in the head during a bond hearing in Fort Lauderdale. And Linda Carter, also known as Wonder Woman, is coming to this year's MegaCon Orlando. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Some pleasant weather heading into the weekend. Sunshine today, some clouds at times, and breezy with a high of 72 along the coast, 77 well inland. Then Thursday night, clear to partly cloudy and cool, lows ranging from the low and mid-50s inland to about 63 along the coast. Friday, lots of sunshine, a nice day, high 76 on the coast, 81 inland. And for Saturday, partly sunny and pleasant, high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The azaleas are flying out the door at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens this week. That's because Bob is still selling those super popular dwarf ever-blooming red ruffle azaleas for $3.99. You've got to see these beauties, but get there early because they go fast. What else is in store this week? Those spring veggies, more than you can imagine, still just $3.49 for the jumbo 4-pack. There's a fruit sale with all your favorites starting at just $19.99, and some are bearing fruit. And the spring annuals have arrived. There's a gigantic selection with smaller ones selling for just $1.99 each, or get a flat of 18 for only $19.99. That's just a little over $1 each. Tree sale too. Take your pick at Bob Wine's low price and get a second one just like it for half price. Hurry on over today to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clays for Kids, a sporting event to benefit the Marion County Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, April 6th. Call 352-462-0380 for detailed information. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, prizes, and drawings throughout the day. Call 352-462-0380 for detailed information on the Clay for Kids sporting event hosted by the NFL alumni.
Hello, I'm Pastor David Moore of Grandview Baptist Church. You are invited to join us Sunday morning at 10:05 on WOCA. Let us together hear and feel the words that uplift and not tear down. I look forward to you joining us with Grandview Baptist Church this Sunday morning at 10:05. We are located at 233 Northeast 58th Avenue, Ocala, Florida on Baseline Road. You are welcome here.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WO.